Follow these step-by-step procedures and I'm sure you'll be able to bend the beer cap twice. When you make your first bend, don't bend it directly down the center of the cap. Bend it as dictated in the photo, off center. When you bend the cap off center, make sure that you bend the smaller fold right to the inside. Try to make it touch the back of the inside of the cap as much as possible. Remember, the proper bend is to have one fold bent to the inside of the cap, off center. Notice this is the wrong way. Both halves meet. In other words, end to end on the bend. Very hard to bend this way. This is the most crucial step, or the hardest step, in bending a beer cap twice. You're going to have to put a crease as dictated by the red mark on the cap. I mean, you put a crease with your thumb. You're going to have to force your thumb into the center red line and push as hard as possible to make a crease. Putting the crease in the cap is, what can I say, it's the hardest step. But picture, if you will, if the cap was laying on a table and you were to take a screwdriver and push down on the red line, obviously it would crease. So you do the same thing with your two hands. You hold the cap in one hand, take your thumb in the other hand, and push as hard as possible into that red line until you put a good crease in it. Make sure you crease the cap or fold the cap from this side. Don't try and put your crease or fold the cap from this side. This is where you're going to have to be a strong man. It's doable, but it's a lot harder. Maybe 4 times harder than from the other side. Once your crease is done, we're off to the final step. For this step, for the first few times, you may want to use your other hand to hold the cap as you bend it with your thumb and your forefinger, just for stability. Et voila, beer cap bent twice. I'm sure with practice, you guys are going to be able to do it. So don't get discouraged the first few times. It's and also different beer caps bend different ways. Some beer caps are a lot easier to bend than others. So change your brand till you find a cap that's easy to bend, and from there you'll gradually get better and better, and you'll be able to bend all beer caps.